Well, good morning YouTube, Lofty's here. What about this little beauty? I've popped down to Ocean, down at Penryn, Ocean Motorrad. They've lent me this for the day, brand new. This is the 2025 R1300R. This is the special one. This is the sport model. This is the extra £3,100 pack. Have a look, what do you think? I brought the Pillion with me and Linny. We're going to take it out and see what she thinks of it. So it's another one for you who like the videos with the Pillions. So if you're interested in seeing Lofty ride the R1300RS with a Pillion, you stick around. Well, good morning YouTube, Lofty's here. Down at Ocean Motorrad, Penryn, Falmouth. What have we got today? So here I am, I've got the bird with me again. Linny's come out to play. We're going to take out the brand new for 2025 R1300RS. This is the special one with the special paintwork and the billet options. We'll talk about that later on. Anyway, let's give it a ride. Okay, let's put the brakes on. Okay YouTube, welcome back. So here we are on the old RS. Well, I should say the new RS. First thing I notice over the R is the seat is quite a bit higher. And it's got a really silly little clutch lever on it. It's tiny, I can only get 2 fingers on it, which is not my cup of tea. That's the first impression. Here we go up the big hill. Let's try the quick shifter out. Okay, so that's not bad. We've got a screen. Now, as you know, the old Achilles heel with the earlier model, the 1200 and the 1250, was the screen. A lot of people in the finish resort to taking them off. So here we go. Just push it down. That's in its low setting for when you're in the sunshine. We're going to take a left at the island. And you just give it a little pull. You give it a little pull and it's back up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the bike down the Argle and we're going to have a good look at it. So we take a right here at the island, nip down the lane. So this has got the billet pack on it. So whether that's got something to do with this clutch lever, I don't know, but it's definitely got the billet foot pegs on and levers. They're not actually set perfect for Uncle John. Anyway, we're going to take a left here and have a good look at it. Okay, so here we are approaching the junction at Lambamva. We're nearly at the Argle. So I've had about 10 or 15 minutes on the bike now, and a few things I've noticed. Thank heavens it's got a quick shifter, because this clutch lever is absolutely a joke. It's too small, doesn't work. The suspension's on the firm side. It's set up fairly aggressive. I would say it's more aggressive than the old R1200 and R1250. It's quite wristy. You feel like you're on your wrists, canted forward. The seat's quite firm, although compliant, but firm. And Linny says the rear seat's a bit like a plank. So we'll have a word with her about that in a minute. The brakes feel nice. The engine's very tractable. It'll pull anything in third gear, uphill, downhill, whatever. Yeah, it's nice. It does give you the feeling you're on a sports tourer. Yeah. It's like a big, heavyweight sports bike. It's not big and long like a ZZ Kawasaki or a Blackbird as such. It still feels quite short and narrow and nimble, but it's still a big heavy bike. And like I say, I can feel it on my arms already, down these hills and up the side. Anyway, we'll pull in the Aggle and we'll have a look. We're here. Okay, YouTube, here we are. What do you think? Let's sling a leg across it. Yeah, it feels noticeably taller than they are. I can just about feel it. So here we go. The Lofty Biker, 6'5", 16.5 stone. What do you think? As you can see, it's quite canted forward. Feet up on the pegs. There's a cutaway. Doesn't feel as wide here as what the R did, but it's still quite big. But I can get my knee in, I can get my toes on, although I'm starting to catch the rear foot peg if you notice. So it's a foot job. There it is. Right, I'm going to ask Lynnie to jump on the back now and see what she thinks. Here we go. Of course, there's no bags on, there's no top box on. So, how's that seat feel initially?
Rock hard. It's not the most comfortable seats.
Rock hard, not the most comfortable. Can you hear that?
But first impressions, I thought it would be uncomfortable to sit on in general. It's not. Plenty of leg room, and the position when you're riding is comfortable. It's just that the seat is rock hard.
Yeah, this
is
is
not my bag. I need something softer. Too old for this.
Too old for this. Yeah, it's got the sport seat on, of course, because it's got the sport pack. So I'm not sure whether the actual pillion seat is softer on the standard model. It's something we'll have to find out when we get back to the showroom. Anyway, shall we have a close-up? Okay, YouTube, so what do you think? There it is. Very striking in the red, white and blue in it, although it's very expensive. Here's the front end. Look at that. It's got a nice face, isn't it? I do like those eyes. They look lovely. Proper sports tourer. Adjustable screen up and down. I believe you can get a touring screen as well. We've got the acro pipes on, of course, because it's the sport. This has got the lot on it. This is the top of the range. I do like the red decals on the wheel. It's a sort of an Alcantara seat, but the pillion seat's got the BMW Motorhead on it. But very, like Lynnie said, it is firm. Okay, so we've got the clocks and everything. Okay, BMW Motorhead, make life a ride. So let's bring it out. So this new style levers. To be fair, the brake lever's not too bad. It's still quite short. Look at this. It's comfortable for 2 fingers, just about 3. You try and get 4 on, and your fingers overhanging. So we got the on-off button. We got the mode button, start, stop, SOS. We got a USB-C. And we've got the old sports touring mirrors on the sides, quite nice. Here's the screen. So it's a push down and a little lift up. Push down, a little lift up, not bad. Coming across now. Here's this clutch side. Now look at this. I can just about get 3 fingers on it. Okay, it's light, but it's right where my little finger, my pinky should be. I don't know, I ain't 100% certain on that. Cruise control. We've got the mushroom button, or the hamburger button, whatever you want to call it. Hazard warnings, up and down, menus, indicators, fairly tactile. And we've got the horn. Pip, pip, what do you think? So this is the new for 25 mount again, so you just push the little button and off it comes. So I'm not going to mess about with that. Keyless ride all round, keyless fuel tank. What do you think? Okay, first things first, let's give it a bit of a rip, see what this Akrapovic sounds like. So that's the sound from the cockpit. It's a bit knocky, but it's not as tappety as the 13. So here's the Akrapovic. What do you think? Lovely, lovely looking thing. Cracking looking bike, the Akrapovic sounds nice, but you can actually hear the knocking of the engine above the pipe. That's Euro 5 for you. Everything has to be quietened down. They're going to struggle with this engine in California, aren't they? Anyway, let's get the stats. So here we go, the stats. 2025 BMW R1300RS. It's got the same 1300cc air liquid cooled boxer, double overhead cam, 4-stroke engine fitted across the range. It is a 6-speed shaft drive, 143.8 bhp at 7,750 revs. 110 foot-pound at 6,500. Now that'll pull an house down. And as I said on the R, it reaches something like 90% of its torque. It's about 4,000 revs, so it's so usable. Fantastic. 245 kilos wet, so a bit of a lardy bike. 17 litres of fuel. That's not bad. I'd have preferred 19 or 20 on a tourer, but still, can't have everything. This has got the 815mm seat, the sports seat. You can get the low seat of 790 and you can get a higher seat of 845, but they tell me this is the sports seat, so there we go. So on the front we've got upside down forks, no telly levers on this one, upside down forks. We're running a 120/70/17 front, Dunlops, Sport Smarts. Okay, can't fault them, it's pretty standard fare. So we've got BMW badge calipers, radials, super looking, and we've got big 310mm discs. So the front end's pretty good and it's nice and solid. What do you think of the little day rider lights underneath there? They look great. We've got an Evo paralever rear and shock. There's the shock underneath. Single sided swinging arm, of course, that's the paralever. There it is. Not bad at all, looks pretty damn good. I'll just come back and show you the close-up of this acro. There's the acro, twin exit acro. Don't look bad, does it? Let's tell you about these brakes. So on the rear we've got a 190/55/17 Dunlop Sport Smart. Bikes look a bit dirty, it's been out this morning already. I'm not the first person to ride it. We've got a twin pot BMW badge rear caliper, floater, and we've got a single 285mm disc. Levers and pegs, billet. And the brake side. See, it's fully adjustable. It's been set low and back at the moment. Yeah, this is Andy's bike. It's a shop bike down at Ocean. If you want to come and ride it, you feel free. It's a cracking bit of kit. So, it's got keyless, all the nonsense, USBs, day riders, LEDs. It's got the lot. It's got absolutely everything, this bike. ESA, all the extras. So, what's it going to cost? So the base bike, the one we nout on, the one nobody buys, I say that every time, is £13,700. Right, the one that most people will be buying is the SE. Now the SE has got quite a lot of these extras, but it's not got the blingy sport pack. The SE comes in at £16,000. So it's 16 grand, and then you've got to stick on some luggage holders, maybe a top box and rack, so that's going to be another 1,500–1,600 quid, so you're up to nearly 18. Then if you want this paintwork, this is £3,100 for the sports pack. Okay, the wheels are a bit better, the paintwork's a bit nicer, it's got the billet on it, but you're talking 21.5 grand for a bike. It's up to you. What do you think? So me and Linny go and give it a bit of thrash. I think it'd be rude not to. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, here we go, YouTube. We'll just take it around the island. See what it's like. Here we are. It's very wristy. Oh, that's right heavy on my right wrist. But it's going round, it's steering round nicely. That's okay. It's like any other sports style bike, it doesn't like going slow. You've got to give them a bit of stick. I can understand why tall rounders have took off. You know, like the XR and similar bikes, because they're so much more comfortable to ride, especially when you've got a pillion on the back. That did feel heavy around that island, heavy. Anyway, let's see if we can find some better roads for you. Okay, so we're away. I don't like the clutch, lever I should say, the actual clutch is all right. The gearbox is a bit clunky, doesn't feel as smooth as the other 1300s I've ridden, but it is brand new. I don't know, it's up, once you get it up to 45, 50, it's okay, but when you're pootling about, you have to really grip hard on the tank with your knees and relax your shoulders, which is quite uncomfortable after a while. and gives you a bit of cramp in your groin. But once you're rolling, it's not too bad. Yeah, in general, I think it's just a bit cramped for Lofty. At 6'5", I don't know. We just stretch a little bit. So here we are down the hill, third gear. Just drop the revs off and let the engine braking take over. It's got lots of engine braking, quite good. This is a 1 in 6, this is 16%. So it's steeper than it looks. And there's a lot of weight on the wrist with a pillion on the back. I can actually feel the weight of Linny through my shoulders. She's gripping on. It just gave me a smack round the head then. But it's true, as we're going down the hill, all the momentum is leading forward and it's on your wrists. But as I say, once you open it up and you get it up to 50, 60 mile an hour, it's not quite so bad. Yeah, it's quite light and flickable on these back lanes. We'll see what it's like when we take it up the hill from Myler. So we're dropping into a 30. Now this is a lovely smooth bit of road. Let's just feel what it's like. As I say, when you're doing 30, just grip it a little bit and just relax your shoulders. It takes the pressure away. When we get to the National, I'll give it a bit of stick and then we'll take it up the dual carriageway. Okay, so here we go, National. Let's see what the pull-away is like in third. Yeah, plenty of poke. It's got that venerable boxer engine. Auto blip's not bad. Once you're in third gear, it does work better. First to second's a bit clunky. Second and third, third and fourth's okay. Anyway, we're stuck behind a load of traffic. I'm not sure whether I'll get an overtaking or not, but we'll see what it's like on the hill. Right, we're away. That's first gear to second. I'll use the shifter all the way up. Third. Right, fourth gear, 48, 50 mile an hour. There we go. We're holding it at 50. Now I can feel the wind on my chest and on my head. I'm going to rip it up to 70. Okay, 70 mile an hour. Now it's not noisy, and the one good thing is I'm getting no buffeting. Now on the old 1200, my head would be wobbling around like a rubber chicken. I mean it seamlessly. They'd seem to have cured the buffeting. So we'll put the screen up for the way down. Okay, slowing down for the island. We're going to go back down the hill. Here we go, nice and steady. Now that doesn't feel quite as wristy. That's not so bad. Here we are. So we'll open it up. We're in second, National, into third. Pull the throttle back. Okay, that's much better. Right, so I can feel a bit of wind blast on my shoulders. And I can feel it around my helmet. It's quite noisy, but I'm fresh, clean, fresh air. That's not too bad actually. Yeah, big improvement over the previous model. They've obviously done some time in a wind tunnel. Okay, so we're going to go down through Pillion and up over the top, and we'll see what it handles like on the steep bit and do a brake test. Yeah, I've ridden quite a few of these 1300s now, and I don't know why, but this one, the gearbox feels the most agricultural of all of the 1300s I've ridden so far. Strange. I never noticed it on the R. Anyway, we're going to take a left in Pillion and we're going to go up the hill. Okay, here we go. This will give you a bit of a simulation of what it's like at a mountain pass or whatever. So it's tight and naturey, undulating, with some quite tricky bends. I must admit, the more active you get on it, the better it feels. This one's a bit tight, there it is. Yeah, it's not bad, it's all right. Like I say, it seems to be better the faster you go. But you don't always want to ride like that, do you? Okay. Well, you know the old saying, don't you? It's hard to buy a bad bike these days. And I do agree with that. And in general, I've got to say, most bikes now, most modern bikes that I'll get on, I'll just get on and ride and enjoy them. There's something about this one, you know, it's not endearing itself to me. There's like little things that I'm not keen on. Okay, there's little things I don't like. I think it's one of those models where you've got to want one and you've got to ride it, and I wouldn't do just a quick half-hour test. I'd take it out and see if it's suitable. It feels quite good too up, to be fair. It's got more than enough power. And Linny said when we was on the dual carriageway, she was in clean air, there was no buffeting or anything for her, so it's not too bad. The seats are fairly firm, but they're fairly supportive. Okay, let's get it up to about 40 and test this back brake out. Here we go. Yeah, you can tell we've got the Pillion on the back. It's far, far better than what the R was with nobody on the back. That extra weight on the back really does help the back brake. You have to give it a bit of a firm prod, but it works well. So, here we go, front brake. Yeah, it's okay, but there's so much weight on the wrists with a Pillion. When the weight transfers forward, yeah, it's quite aggressive. So, here we go, 40 miles an hour, front and back brake, emergency stop. Yeah, that's fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the brakes. Yeah, okay, the RS. Anyway, have you enjoyed this video? If you have, click on that like, subscribe, ring that little bell. I'm only too happy to answer your questions, you know that. So, the old RS. I should call it the RS Revisited, shouldn't I? Because having owned a 1200, it does feel a lot different. Some ways it's better, and some ways it's no better at all, so I don't know what to say. We'll get it down on the town and we'll do a bit of simulated town riding and we'll wrap up. Okay, here we go then, YouTube. We're nearly back. We'll do a little bit of simulated town riding while I wrap up. So, the RS. I've got to say, if it push come to shove, I wouldn't buy one of these. It's not me. It's just a little bit too cramped for me, and I don't think it fits exactly what I want. From a Pillion point of view, Linny says it's okay. She's had enough now, though. The firm seats had enough, so has been on it for about an hour, hour and a half, and that's enough. There's not much to hold on to. I would say definitely if you're going to take a Pillion with you, you would need the top box rack. You would definitely need the top box just to get them stuck in and relax a little bit. Anyway, so there you go. The screen, massive improvement. This clutch lever's awful. Now, this bike's probably crying out for the ASA. Just so you wouldn't have to put your hand on that clutch, because my fingers are absolutely killing me. Anyway, the other thing is, would it suit the ASA? I don't know why. This gearbox, it's probably the worst modern BMW gearbox I've actually come across for a long time. Anyway, here we are, we're back at Ocean. So there you go. This is Lofty and Linny saying ta-ra for now. Ta-ra.